repeat. Be gentle. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and start out in laying on your back with your feet out wide, knees falling in towards each other. And cactus the arms, close the eyes, palms are facing up. So our knees are falling in towards each other, supporting one another so that you can release the low back here. So today we're going to focus on taking care of our back. And if you do already have any back pain, these will be great modifications for you to practice. However, if you don't have low back pain, feel free to take it how you usually do, what feels good to you. So, yes. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Feel the chest expand. And exhale, empty it all the way out. Maybe your pelvis tilts a little bit, drawing your navel in towards the spine. Inhale, filling up, allow the back to arch. And with your exhale, empty it all out, flattening the spine, making this sort of an abdominal exercise. Continue a few more deep, deep rounds of breath. Focusing on your core today to protect the back. One more round of breath using your Ujjayi breath with lips sealed. And then slowly extend the legs long, reach the arms long behind you for a full body stretch. Maybe you yawn. I'll try not to because I know it's contagious. And then exhale, bring the right knee into your chest. And give it a good squeeze. Allow the shoulders to relax down. I want you to keep that left leg engaged. Whether you want to have Barbie toes, your toes are flexed, but your foot is pointed, or if you want to completely flex your foot, it's up to you. Whatever helps you extend energy all the way down to those feet. And then bend the left knee, plant that foot, and extend the right leg to the sky. Just grabbing gently onto that hamstring there. Or if you want to hold it up there, just using your abdominals here. You can keep the eyes closed, just continue to relax. And then if you are holding on, go ahead and release your hands down by your sides, and we're going to do a little core exercise. So inhale, lengthen that leg, hovering the right leg off the mat. And then exhale, draw it back up to the sky. Inhale, lengthen, hover. Exhale, back up. And just one more. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, back up. And bring both knees into your chest and rock side to side. So we're practicing that core engagement for whenever we do get into other postures. It's already awake, activated. And extend the right leg long, relaxing it down on the mat. Bring the left knee into your chest. If you don't have a dog jumping on you, maybe you can relax with the eyes closed, allowing the shoulders to melt down to the mat. And then bend that right knee, plant the foot. And if you'd like to, hang on to that hamstring, extend the left leg towards the sky. And then challenge your core. Go ahead and activate it. Release the arms down by your sides. Palms can be up or down. And inhale, lengthen that leg and cover it off the mat. Exhale, draw it back up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, back up, drawing your belly button in. Inhale, lengthen last time. And exhale, draw it back up and bring both knees into center. Make your driving me crazy. Give them a good squeeze. And begin to rock forward and back until you come all the way up, crossing at the ankles. Plant the hands and shimmy back into your tabletop position. And draw the belly button up. Really press the mat away, making space between the shoulder blades. Shoulders are over your wrists, hips are over your knees here. And then we're going to go ahead and just extend the right leg long, hovering it off the mat. It's parallel. And if you'd like to take a full spinal balance, reach that left arm long. Breathing here. Toes are pointed down. And then exhale, release that to the mat. Let's tuck the toes and send the hips back for a little toe stretch here. You can shift the hips side to side. And then come back up and untuck the toes. Go ahead and hover that left foot off the mat, extending energy all the way through that heel. And then when you're ready, reach the right arm long. And again, press the mat away with that left hand, making more space under your body without rounding your spine. And then release it down, tuck the toes again, and send the hips back over the heels. Just shifting side to side. And then let's round up, coming to our tabletop. Let's take a couple of rounds of cat and cow here. Inhale, just sag the belly, keep your gaze up. Exhale, round the spine. Maybe you make some circles here. And inhale, cow pose. Exhale, round it out. Follow your own pace of breath. Just a couple more rounds. And last one. And let's go ahead and tuck the toes, and we're going to hover the knees off the mat. So press into the hands, draw the navel up towards the spine. Good core strengthening exercise here. And lift the hips up and back for downward facing dog. And bring the feet out a little bit wider than hips distance. And bend the knees, not deep, but kind of a little bit more than just a micro bend in those knees, allowing the back to release. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, roll that neck around, and begin to pedal the feet out, bending one, and bending the other. Allowing your hips to shift side to side. And then release both heels towards the mat with that bend in the knees. And lift the heels up nice and high. Exhale, now crouch down, look to the top of your mat. And then inhale, straighten the legs, again, lifting the heels. Exhale, release the heels to the mat. And then we're gonna take one little step forward with that right foot. And now cross the left foot over the right. And then take your hands out, walking them out wide to the left. So we're getting a stretch in our left hip, our IT band here. Breathe into this. And then walk the hands back to center, reaching out. And we're going to step across the right foot over this time. And walk the hands over to the right. So the hips are still square to the top. For some reason, looking at my feet looks so weird. I don't know why. It looks like alien feet because they're backwards. Sorry, maybe I need more coffee. And walk your hands back to center. Let's step up to the top of your mat. And let's take a wide leg forward fold with the bend in the knees and ragdoll here. Grab opposite elbows, or you can sway with your arms relaxed down, making little half circles here. Keep a bend in the knees. And then release it down. Bend the knees and slowly roll all the way up to standing, adjusting your pants. And keeping your feet right underneath your hips. Let's pigeon toe those toes. It might feel like pigeon toe. Your outsides of your feet are going to be parallel to the edges of your mat. So it might feel like you have your toes turned inward a little bit. And then let's inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And exhale, draw the hands to your heart. And release your arms down to your sides into Tadasana. Roll the shoulders back. Let's squeeze those shoulder blades together here. Draw the belly button in. Send your tailbone down. So many things to think about here. It looks like you're just standing normal. Lift that chest up. Feel the length. Maybe you send your chin back slightly to stack your head over your spine. So this is like an anatomical position here on the front cover of all the science books. Those A&P books. That perfect posture that we tend to lose over the years. May we find peace this morning, relaxation, and a feeling of release on our mats this morning. And when you're ready, inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, dive it forward nice and slow. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Releasing the neck. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Come up as high as you need to really lengthen. Send the tailbone back. And then exhale, maybe you fold a little bit further now that you are lengthened, now that you are longer. Knees have a nice soft bend. And then bend the knees, plant the hands, and step back into high plank. Now, if you do have low back issues, I want you to stay right here in high plank and skip Chaturanga and Cobra. And just focus on strengthening your core this morning. Now, if you want to go with me, let's exhale, Chaturanga, slowly lower, squeezing the elbows in, untuck those toes, inhale, upward facing dog. And we'll press into the tops of those feet. Engage the core. And drop the knees down. Tuck the toes and lift up into downward facing dog. So you have the option to hold plank through each vinyasa or go through your chaturanga you. Let's make our way back up to the mat how we did before. So let's step the right foot out just a little bit, cross the left over, and walk the hands to the left. Inhale through center, step that right foot, cross it over, walk the hands to the right. Walk the hands to the center, and step it up, wide-legged, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reaching up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart, down by your side. Find that Tadasana. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold, lengthening out. And release. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plank the hands, step back. Either hold high plank here, or exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Think about opening the chest versus bending the back. Exhale, make your way into downward facing dog. Feet or hips distance, keep that bend in the knees. And place the left foot down in the center of your mat. Inhale the right leg high, three-legged dog. That right foot is either Barbie toes or flexed. And exhale, step it through. Drop that back knee down. Inhale, rise up for a low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Now here, I want you to sit the hips back a little bit. Go ahead and bring your hands to your hips and then tuck it under so you're feeling the stretch in that left front side and the left quad, whatever that is. And now exhale, sink it down, maintaining that nice neutral pelvis there. And either hands to your blocks or release your hands to the mat. Exhale, send the hips back for half split. Think about lengthening through the spine, not necessarily sitting back over that heel. Maybe draw that right heel back just a little bit so your hips are more in line with each other. Drawing those right toes towards your body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold under that right leg. Feeling a really good hamstring stretch. And inhale, walk those hands forward. Let's lift the back knee and pause here in a high lunge. Now draw those feet towards each other to stabilize. Inhale, rise up for a high crescent lunge. Feel free to step that back leg in some if you would like to shorten your stance. Otherwise, let's stay here in this really long crescent. Ooh, feeling the stretch. Inhale, reaching forward, laying over that thigh. Plant the hands and step back into your high plank, holding here. Or exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And pedal those feet out. Releasing. Continuing to breathe. And release both heels towards the mat. Step the right foot in the center and inhale the left leg up. About squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. Exhale, bring that foot in between the hands. Drop the knee down. And inhale, low lunge. Bring the hips back and tuck that pelvis under. Ooh, always feel way more of a stretch in that quad right there. Front of the body. Inhale, sink it down. Release your hands down to your blocks or the mat. Exhale, hips back for half split. Half hamstrings. Make them through that spine. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold it down. Keep it soft, bend in the left knee. If you feel any pinching or tightness in the back of the knee, bend it more. Send this tailbone back so you feel that stretch. And inhale, walk the hands forward. Lift the back knee up and pause in this high lunge. And really press down into both feet. Inhale, rise up for a high crescent lunge. Again, adjust your stance if you need to. Inhale, reaching forward, laying over that back. Release the hands down. Step back into your high plank. Stay here. Or exhale, chaturanga. Going through your vinyasa flow. And make your way into downward facing dog. And let's bend the knees and step up to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reaching up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. And we're going to take some hamstring stretches here. So if you'd like to grab your blocks, feel free to do so. I'll have mine handy just because I never know how I'm going to feel. We're going to be taking one on the left first. So go ahead and have your blocks at the top of your mat. So let's take a pyramid pose, but I want to challenge you to keep both toes facing the top of the mat versus having that back foot at a kickstand. So it'll be more of a challenge here. So go ahead and fold down, placing your hands down on the mat or blocks, and step that right foot back. However long you want to make this stance. And try to get both toes pointing forward. Press into that front foot to send some weight into the back foot. And exhale, fold over that front leg. Soft bend in that left knee. Breathing here. Challenge your balance. See if you can reach your hands towards the back, floating those hands off the mat. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Belly button comes in. Exhale, release it down. And let's walk the feet over to neutral, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Sending the tailbone to the sky. And then let's inhale, halfway lift. Turn the heels in, toes come out. And we're gonna walk our hands up to our thighs here. So I want you to lift the chest up. Think about your shoulders being stacked over your hips. So you're sitting back just slightly here. Draw the belly button in. And then straighten the legs up. And go ahead and grab your blocks. We're going to come over to the other side. All right. Turning both toes forward. Send that left leg back. And exhale, reaching down for your blocks or the mat. Press into that right foot, sending weight into the back foot. Hips are nice and square. Take a big inhale through the nose. And exhale, fold. Micro bend or a deep bend in that right knee, depending on how tight you are or how it feels. Knowing this side might be tighter or better. And then challenge your balance, maybe reaching your hands back and floating your hands off the mat. Can you draw your shoulder blades towards each other with the navel towards your spine? And then exhale, release it down. And let's parallel those feet, coming into one last wide-legged forward fold. Maybe make this one super, super wide. And release it down. Those toes are slightly pigeon-toed. And walk your hands up. Inhale, halfway lift. Heel toe the feet all the way in. And let's come into Malasana. So your feet are out a little bit wider than hips distance. Melt the hips down. Press the backs of the arms into the inner thighs. Lift the chest up. When I was pregnant, this was my absolute favorite pose. This and cat-cow. When my back was bothering me because I was a whopper. Lift that chest up. Allow your pelvis to sink down. Letting gravity take over here. If your knees bother you, you can sit up on a block or stay up high in that goddess pose where we were in that squat. And release your hands to the mat. And come down into Sukhasana, however gracefully you want to get there. Into our final pose. You can sit up on a block or just sit on the mat. Take a big breath in through the nose and exhale it out. Reach that right arm out to the sky. Inhale the left arm up and fold it over. Inhale through center. Exhale, left hand down. Right arm comes up and fold over. One more time to each side. And then reach both arms up to the sky. Take your gaze up as you bring your hands to touch. And exhale, draw your hands to your heart. Yoga is a fun practice, and sometimes we do really fun poses. But the most important thing is our breath and paying attention to how our body feels in each pose. And that's what it's all about. Staying with yourself and your body. Not caring about anything else, anyone else around you. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. The light in me honors the light, the love, beauty, joy, and peace in each of you. Namaste.